Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about what is expected to be releasing next week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is what's going to be coming out on November 8th. Now, as I briefly touched on in my video earlier, talking about some buyer beware, some warnings, and some secrets regarding the new Tornado Rat Rod, I showed you guys this image right here. And it was essentially a release schedule that someone had leaked out, or that had been leaked out. And up until now, we really didn't know if it was true or not. So as you can see, it's gotten the first 3 weeks of DLC correct. The BF Raptor, the Demon Custom, and the 6th property all came out on the 11th. On October the 25th, the Vortex was available. Sanctus, just a few short days later, released on the 28th of Halloween. And today we got the Tornado Rat Rod. So they are 3 for 3. And I'd say that's a pretty good bet that this leaked list is going to be coming true. And if that is the case, if you guys look at the 4th line, you can see November 8th is Shotaro. Now, this is the prime bike, the one that I think everyone is really looking forward to. It's the Tron bike. Now, there are 2 other vehicles after that, Eski Yuga Classic, but what we're going to be focusing on today, because that's what's next on the horizon, is the Shotaro Tron bike. We're going to be talking about how much money you're going to need for this, how much money you're going to need for some of the accessories, how to unlock it, and a little bit more in terms of how to prepare. So we obviously really won't know for sure until it's fully released in the game, but it is sure looking like the Shotaro Tron bike is going to be the fastest bike in the game, meaning that it's pretty much necessary for you to own this bike if you really want to be competitive and win bike races going forward. So typically with all the other vehicles we've seen so far, Sanctus, Vortex, Raptor, Demon Custom, Rat Rod, you can buy them if you like them, if you think their customization is cool. None of them have just blown each category out of the water with its performance, but the Shotaro is going to do that. It's going to be the fastest bike in the game, and you're going to need it if you want to, like I said, be competitive in races. So let's talk about how much money this is going to be, along with the accessories as well. So we know for a fact that the price of this bike is going to be $2.375 million. That's just the base price. So it is going to become one of the most expensive vehicles in the game, but the most expensive bike in the game as well. No other bike comes anywhere near that price other than the Sanctus that just released. So once again, that's just the price to get you in the door. That doesn't include any of the customization. Because you're going to be using this for races, at a minimum, you're going to want to upgrade, armor, engine, acceleration, transmission, turbo. I'm sure you're going to want to change the color. That's another $200 to $300, maybe even $400,000 right there. So our $2.37 million bike just became anywhere from a $2.6 to $2.7 to $2.8 to $2.9 million bike, depending on how much customization you end up doing here, which becomes an insane amount of money. And what's scary about this is it's only a week away. Today is Tuesday, November 1st. It's basically coming out in 1 week. And it obviously will be updating at a normal time around 5 a.m. East Coast is when the tunables will change. So yeah, there's not a lot of time if you don't have a ton of money in order to get prepped for this bike and to get ready to purchase it, because it's, like I said, one you're going to ultimately end up needing. Now, what about unlocking this vehicle? How is it going to work? So according to Yan, and according to what we know so far, this bike is only going to be unlocked by playing the new Deadline adversary mode. So it's going to function very similar to the way the heist vehicles worked, where you had to beat the heist in order to get those vehicles into the game. So if you remember, like the Kuruma and the Savage and the Valkyrie, you had to beat those heist missions in order to get them into the game. It looks like it's going to be very similar in this regard. So the adversary mode Deadline will release at the same time as the Shotaro, and you'll need to play it in order to unlock the bike and the clothes. So it doesn't look like you're going to have to win one of the adversary modes. That, in my opinion, would be a little bit unfair, because what if you got stuck on bad teams over and over and over again, or you just couldn't seem to get a win? That would frustrate some people. So it looks as if all you're going to have to do is play the adversary mode to unlock it, and that's what's going to require to unlock the bike and the clothing as well. You guys have seen me in previous videos show off the clothing. It consists of a pair of shoes, pants, a shirt, a helmet, and standard black gloves. So it's basically a 4-part outfit that for now, I would imagine can only be purchased as a whole. I'm not sure if the outfit itself will be able to be bought individually. That seems kind of odd. But one thing I did see floating around the other day and that some users were tweeting at me, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I think this comes from a user, Ivan. I'm not entirely sure. A ton of people were tweeting me this image the other day. But you can see right here, the outfits look to be appearing in the game for some users. Now, I don't know if this was a glitch or if this was a bug or if this was somehow modded into online. I'm not going to go into the details of how I think this might have happened, but this gives us a confirmation that each one of these outfits is going to be $200,000. So you can see each one is $200,000 right there. And there are 8 different colors that we can actually choose from. You can choose yellow, green, orange, purple, pink, red, blue, and white. So that is pretty crazy right there. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure if each one of the pieces could be purchased individually. If we were to just do simple math, that would mean that each piece would be $50,000, $50,000 for the helmet, $50,000 for the shirt, the pants, and the shoes would equal $200,000. That would seem kind of odd, but at the same rate, it would be weird for Rockstar to also just keep it locked to one outfit, because I'm sure there's many people that would like to mix and match here. Maybe you want a green helmet, but you want pink shoes, and you want red pants, and then you want a purple shirt. I could actually see that being so cool, but I think, and this is just my prediction, that it's going to be locked to a certain outfit where you have to have all 4 pieces of the same color. And that's why they're only going to be available as a set and not likely individual pieces. So I know this is an unlikely scenario for some of you guys, but let's say you wanted to own all of the outfits. I mean, who's to say that you wouldn't want to have multiple different colors, multiple different variations of looks? Well, if you wanted to buy every single one of those Deadline outfits, it's going to cost you a lot of money. In fact, if you buy all of them, just doing simple math, it's going to cost you $1.6 million. That's right. That is a pretty expensive article of clothing. So not only with this update coming in a week, likely, are we getting the most expensive bike, but we're also going to be getting the most expensive, really, article of clothing that we've ever seen either. So let's just say, hypothetically, you wanted all the Deadline outfits and you wanted to, of course, buy the Shotaro bike. Well, that price alone would be $3.975 million. And that's before you've done any sort of customization. So let's say just at a minimum, we add $200,000 on top of that, which is kind of on the low end for customization. That puts us over $4 million at $4.175 million for the bike, the customization, and the outfits, because I think the bike on its own is cool, but to really put this together, you want to be rocking the full set, the outfit as well. So I think it's going to require both to be super cool here. So needless to say, if that leak is true and the Shotaro is coming out on November 8th, then that means you guys are going to need a good bit of money to purchase everything that's going to be coming along with it. Now, I'm not sure if that will be the only thing. There is obviously the possibility that Rockstar could include, other articles of clothing like t-shirts or whatnot. Those would likely be free, but the majority of what you're going to have to buy is going to be the bike and is also going to have to be the clothing. The adversary mode is obviously going to be free, and really the only other thing I could see them adding is, a new premium race and some new bonuses or new discounts or something like that. So bottom line, get saving up, because you're going to need at least over $4 million if you want all the content. I know that's an unlikely scenario, but even still, if you only want the bike, customize it fully, and want one color, you're still looking at about $3 million right there, which is crazy, crazy expensive. So you're going to need some money. I would say $4 million to keep you guys safe would be the best bet. Now, a couple other things that a lot of people have been asking about this bike is it going to be going away? And the answer to that is no. This bike is not going to be leaving Grand Theft Auto Online. Just like the new Tornado that was added today and the Sanctus, because Rockstar added it into Grand Theft Auto Online as a part of Bikers, it's not going to be disappearing. It's going to be staying in the game forever, which I think is awesome, and that means that you'll have the opportunity to buy them whenever you want. So that's super cool. And if you don't have the money now, at least you know later down the line, you'll have an opportunity to get it. Another thing, people were asking about the bike and how it glows. Is it based off of the time of day? No, it's based off of the amount of light that hits the bike. So it could be the middle of the day, it could be noon, but if you're in like a dark hangar or something like that, it's still going to glow. And obviously at night, it's going to glow pretty much wherever you go because of the nighttime vibe and the extreme lack of light. And last but not least today, I just want to let you guys know that I am going to be doing a shark card giveaway on my Twitter account to help you guys out with purchasing the Shotaro and some of the outfits. It hasn't been announced yet, but I will a little bit later in the week, and I'll announce the winner next Tuesday, November 8th. So just giving you guys a heads up, that'll be happening on my Twitter, so just get ready for that. Gonna try and help you guys out a little bit to be prepped for this bike. But really, that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully this gave you a better idea of how to get prepared for the new Shotaro bike. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. I'm going to be doing a really fun live stream coming up on my channel soon. We're going to be having a lot of fun with some of the new DLC content that was added today. So be sure to stick around on my channel. That's going to be happening any minute now. But of course, with that out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.